Well, that gives a beautiful opportunity to talk about desires. So thoughts, all of it is consciousness at play. So the repeating thoughts are ones that I like to support people to just take a little look, whatever's repeating, and lay them down on a piece of paper and see, what that is. If it's repeating, it's love trying to get your attention. Same way as discomfort is love trying to get your attention. Argument with someone's spouse is a way to get your attention. Basically, you're uncomfortable, right? It's like, something's going on. Perfect is what I say. Then you can open to that and feel whatever that is. I just kind of lost where where's it all going?
Yeah.
Well, so that's where desire isn't something I don't recommend to be desireless. Like, you're not human if you're desireless. You can put them aside. There was a time in our evolution as human beings where kind of letting go of the more human aspects of life and living on the ashram or the cave or whatever was appropriate. And maybe it is appropriate for some people still. But the humanity, consciousness doesn't need to be conscious of that again because it's already conscious of that. So we've evolved to really fall in with the nuance of all of it, however it comes, and be involved in regular life together. Like, this is, we're really together in this, like, so much so. And the more exploration with the energetics, the more that's seen as utterly factual. It's not an idea. It's real. Absolutely the most real thing that's happening. And so desires fall in to the space.
Yeah.
We hear the desires. Now, a response can be to go and try and grab a hold of that. But as soon as there's a grabbing, there's actually energy out in front of the person. The wanting energy is something that will come out in front. And that'll be exactly in the way of whatever it is the desire says it wants. However, it pinpoints the something, and then we can call that wanting energy home within, because it needs to be within the system, or what appears here as a system in the sort of center spatial area. And then that leaves a vacuum in front of the person, and whatever is desired can come in. So then we're, talking about abundance. We're talking about inheriting, right? The kingdom. This is what Jesus talked about in that, right? The meek shall inherit the earth. So meekness means letting it in, surrendering. Vulnerability. It looks meek.
Yes.
Right? It's not going out there and making things, and taking things and having a big fight out there, and or the choices, like where logic.
Because then you think you have to do it. You as the separate person. Who else is going to do this? I've got to do this. Right, out I go.
Yeah.
Rather than, hang on, this is doing this. I can allow this to do this.
Yes.
I don't need to.
Right. But I am being honored to handle something as big as this.
Yeah.
Okay. And really saying yes to yourself and your abilities in a way of trust. And then the more a person trusts that, the more trust grows, and the more able and empowered each person becomes, and we become that together. And letting the heart lead, you can see that, where it can go with all of us meeting what has been that wasn't in harmony. And our desires are part of that. So the forward motion of existence as itself gets led by what falls in as desires, and they're almost always to do with happiness. People have desires of wanting a lot of money so they can share their heart in some more easeful way. They may not know that fully, but usually the root of people wanting more money is to provide for their family, or loving things.
Yes.